Few places are richer in tradition, more steeped in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the old Ncaa, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. And the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. Today we have a top 25 matchup on hand with two of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Buckeyes will kick it away first. Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, as an offense, when you're trying to complete these tunnel screens, you're going to have to be able to negotiate some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage. They're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that pass is intercepted. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it. Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Buckeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking for a crease. It's Judkins. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. From inside the 15, here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Offense set on 1st down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's going to take a shot right away. Go to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
Man, on the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Back to pass, it's Lagway. Got his man out of the backfield. Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good.
And the pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Quick handoff. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Caught near the sticks. It's Ibuka. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Dropping back, it's Howard. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Ohio State 7, Florida 0.
The Buckeyes will try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
And sometimes the best defense is a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
They want to run it left here. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He'll get rid of it. And he intercepts it. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll give it to Johnson. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
And here comes the offense on second down. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but you've got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. They'll try to run for it. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
It's caught downfield. Defense makes the stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And backed up, first and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. And he'll be smacked to the ground. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. He's looking to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
PAT unit on the field. Bangs it through for an extra point. They march the ball 51 yards for the score. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
That last incompletion leaves them with 2nd and 10 from the 21. Looking for a man, it's Howard. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
A fair catch is made right at the 50. Great field position for the offense. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And with the ball in a spot like this, David, they might try to get something on the board before the break.
Oh, great opportunity to be aggressive.
Lost one deep down the right side. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Now 2nd and 10. The DBs will back off a bit. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Wilson. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. They'll immediately call timeout. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Back to throw, it's Flagway. Looking to the big tight end. Fires the pass, intercepted. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Open space at the 25. All kinds of running room. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
I mean, what a huge game for this offense. You're always trying to find ways to get your playmakers in space. And when you create a hole like that, Palmer, good Lord, anybody's going to be able to run through. Then he just keeps chewing up those yards, makes the big play.
He's a difference maker, David, and he gets better as...
Going for it all. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And how about the aggressiveness? This coach says, I'm going for it. We're going to put 6 on the board, time ticking down, maybe be a little bit more conservative. I love the way they put the hammer down. Now they have the lead going into the half, an extra point away from a 7-point lead.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
That makes the score Ohio State 14, Florida 7.
Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll open this third quarter with a run into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, running back on the move. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll try to run for it. And the Buckeyes have enough for the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Now he's looking to throw it. Feeling some heat. And they get the sack just like that.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as he gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play.
Going for the big play. And the ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. The interception stopped the threat, and the return even better as he crosses midfield and gets it to the 49.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
Back to throw, it's Lagway. Deep shot for the end zone. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. That's caught. It's Scott. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Really nice throw there to get the first down. And, you know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense, and you got to be accurate. When you think of guys like...
A shot toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Oh, just left him grasping. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
and they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Ohio State 14, Florida 7.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. At this point, the clock is like the 12th man on offense. I assume they'll keep it on the ground here.
I would think so, too, but I also want to get the score and end this game. Like, that touchdown puts me up by 2 possessions, ball game over.
Firing to the right, complete. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Hey, give the defense a lot of credit on that one. 3rd and about 5. Offense going RPO, so they're really putting you in a bind, but everybody doing a nice job reading their keys, and they're able to stop the back short of the 1st down marker. Big decision coming up here for the offense.
Quarterback will audible. Looking for a man. It's Howard. Fires to the end zone. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment. Calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect, and then he does that. Drops the ball right in his hands.
The handoff to Johnson. At the 15, he's loose. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johnson. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. 2nd down coming up. Corners are going to bail. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Quickly complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the 1st down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the 1st down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score.
Well, defensively, you've got to have an answer for this athletic quarterback. You've got to do a better job containing him in the pocket, but you've got to have a spy ready to make a play and get a tackle if he decides to get out. But everything went wrong there. Not only did he get the first, but you also let him get out of bounds.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Howard. Trying to get to him. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. They get the timeout call, but 7 seconds left on the clock.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And it's caught inside the 30. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for